Hi guys, so for today's video I'm going to be showing you how I wash my makeup brushes. There's so many ways to clean your brushes, but this is the way that works best for me, and I've used this technique and these home remedies for a long time. So if you would like to see how I wash my makeup brushes, then please keep watching. So it's very important to clean and disinfect your brushes because you can have stuff sitting on your brushes like bacteria, dirt, oil, and old makeup. If you don't wash your brushes often, then you can get breakouts from all the dirt and oil, and that's not good. So I wash my brushes once every 2 weeks, but you can wash them more than once. It's all up to you. Okay, so here's some things that you will be needing. So the first thing is olive oil. Olive oil helps keep your bristles nice and soft. So the next thing is antibacterial soap. You can either use hand or dishwashing soap. They both work well. Next is a bowl to mix your olive oil and your soap in together. You can either use a bowl or a plate. The next thing is a bar of soap. I like to use the bar of soap for my smaller brushes. It's just easier and faster for me, so that's what I like to use. Next, you're going to want to have either paper towels or hand towels close by. It's just easy to lay your brushes on there. And the last thing, of course, are your makeup brushes. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get started. So the first thing I do is lay down my hand towels on the countertop. That way, once I go in with my brushes and start using the soap and water, it's easy for me to lay them down and I won't make such a big mess. Then you're going to want to grab your bowl or your plate, whichever one it is that you're using, and you're going to want to pour in your soap. You can add as much soap as you want. I like to add a lot just because I have many big brushes and it does take up a lot of the soap. So that is what I'm doing right here. So next, grab your olive oil and just add a little bit, because if you add too much, your brushes are going to get very oily and you don't want that. So now I'm just grabbing a big round brush, and the first thing I do is dip it into the olive oil and soap and I swirl it around a little bit. Next, I just take the palm of my hand, and I always make sure my hands are washed, and I just swirl it there, and this really helps to get the soap into the bristles. And as you can see, the soap is like really dirty and nasty. And once I swirl it in there for a little bit, I just go ahead and lay it down on my hand towels. So again, here I am grabbing another brush, dipping it into the olive oil and soap and swirling it on the palm of my hand. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the rest of my brushes. So now moving into my smaller brushes, that is when I grab the bar of soap. You can either use the flat side or the dome side. I like to use a flat side, it's just easy. And what I do is I run the bar of soap under warm water. You want to make sure the water is really warm. And I just grab a brush and just swirl it on there, and I swirl it for a very long time just to make sure I get everything out, whatever it is that is on your makeup brush. So I usually take my time doing the smaller ones, and yeah, that's just what I'm doing right here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the rest of my brushes. So now when it comes down to rinsing off your brushes, you want to be very careful. You don't want the water to go past the metal part or the gold part. So if you wash your brushes upward like this, then the water is just going to go down and it's going to get to the glue. And once the glue is weakened, all your bristles are going to come off because that glue is what holds the bristles together. So never ever wash your brushes upward. You always want to wash them downward. So here I'm just swirling it on the palm and I'm making sure that my water is warm. And now I'm just making sure that all the dirty soap is out, and I do this until I no longer see the dirty water. So once the water is running down clean from the brush, that's when I know that my brushes are nice and washed. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the rest of my brushes. If you have a brush cleaner mitt, you can go ahead and use that. But I don't own one, so that's why I'm just using the back of my hand. And so yeah, I'm just going to make sure that all my brushes are clean. I'm just repeating the exact same process with my smaller brushes, just rinsing them out really good and laying them down on my hand towel. So the way I dry my brushes is I lay the towel on the edge of the counter and I just lay my brush with the head sticking out over the counter. This just allows the air to go in and around the bristles and it dries a lot quicker that way. So instead of laying your brushes flat on the counter, it's better to lay them out like this because like I said, the air goes in and all around the bristles and they dry a lot quicker that way. So that is how I just lay my brushes out. I usually leave them overnight, but for today I'm just gonna leave them out for a couple of hours. Okay, so if you're afraid of your smaller brushes losing their shape, and if you don't have the brush guards, the easy way that you can do is grab some toilet paper and cut a piece out. And what I do is I lay my makeup brush on there, I fold the toilet paper over it, and I just roll it really tight. The toilet paper also helps to soak up all the water, and it also helps keep the shape that it originally has. I don't do this to all of my small makeup brushes, but I do like to do it to some of them. So that is just what I'm going to be doing right here. Another way that you can dry your makeup brushes so the water won't go past the metal part is I lay my towel up against a wall and I put my brushes with the head obviously on top of the towel, and I just usually lay them out all like this. I do this after they've been dried a little bit, so towards the end I lay them out like this, and this really helps get all the water down onto that the hand towel, and you will notice that your hand towel will be a little bit damp, so that means that all the water has gone out. So yeah guys, that's how I wash and dry my makeup brushes. I hope this video helped you out in some way. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!